This conference is important because the people that are in charge of talent and HR need a community. They need an opportunity to come together to talk about critical issues that they face when it comes to sourcing, hiring, and retaining great talent.
If anything, I hope that this conference and us coming together is an opportunity for shared ideas, an opportunity to question the status quo and the things that we've understood to be true and right, and say, how can we build for the future?
A lot of the issues that we're talking about, if they're going to be resolved, have got to have the CEOs fully bought in and fully inspired and motivated to make that change happen. I think the community that we were talking to, which was largely the HR leaders of many different agencies, I think it's important as a CEO to talk about how my HR partners have helped me start to transform our company.
You can look at your talent mix as your biggest expense, or you can look at it as your biggest investment.
You know, we want brave, compelling, confident, optimistic, impactful people on our teams. I would have that ambition also for the people who work at our agencies.
Talent is the single biggest challenge that the industry has, and it will also be the single biggest unlock for growth for organizations.
The question that we asked was not just how does the agency retain talent, but more importantly, how do we as an organization help the agency retain talent?
I would like to learn from people in the advertising industry, and I would like to share what we are doing that is interesting, because together, and this is something we believe at Facebook, when we open source solutions, we get to a better result. It's sort of the fundamental basis of cognitive diversity as well, right? When different people are thinking about the problems, we'll get a better result. So for me, it's exciting to be here and share what we are doing, what we're working on, and hear from you as well, what you are doing and what you're working on, and how together we could maybe crack the code on this similar problem.
Talent is no longer just in the creative department, right? In the most progressive companies, talent is everywhere. By definition, it has to be. If you walk into these companies, you won't find people doing functional roles for the most part. Most of the people in these companies are contributing dynamically every day to solving the problems that they want to solve.
Advertising must compete for that outstanding talent now. And that means you got to go where they are. And they're no longer just sitting around waiting to be picked out of a bunch of resumes.
How are we going to prepare ourselves to compete against the inspiration, the energy, the different type of thinking, and more importantly, the not set in their way approach that these organizations have?
It's coming together in different ways to do things, and clients are really hungry for it, and they're just searching for different ways to do things. And if their existing agencies can bring that model to them and say, we're going to bring in the right talent for this project in different ways, then they would be really happy about it.
We need to get our head out of the game that we own people, because we are facing a terrible skills shortage, and we're paying over and above sometimes the talent that we need to have in our agency and in our office, and we might not actually be using that person the whole time, but we own them. Right? We own that capability, and I think more and more people, especially in a creative environment, want to work, for me, Monday through Tuesday, and perhaps they want to go to Laura and do something very different on Thursday and Friday. And I think we have the capability to do it. What we don't have is the mindset.
You see creatives, and we all see creatives going to a Kickstarter, an Airbnb, an Apple, because they know what they're signing up for. They know their mission, and it's a very clear mission. This is what we're doing to affect the world, to change the world. And agencies need to be able to put their finger on what that is internally, what we do, and the type of people we bring in.
I was really well rewarded to get in, go, 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 faster, cheaper, suck it up. Stock, promotions, bonuses, right? Rewards at every turn for showing up as the wrong kind of leader. I wasn't taking care of my body, and I didn't have the tools to actually take care of my mind. And so that moves beyond affecting me to affecting everyone that I work with.
Innovation is a special kind of emotional intelligence, and people who lead or supervise teams of creatives really need to know how to create an environment that allows innovation to happen.
Because at the end of the day, my job is to foster the growth of these young analysts and to make them the future leaders of this organization and to shape culture around data and analytics. That is my job. And this particular event reminded me of the subtleties of that kind of leadership.
Our goal is to make advertising an industry of choice. And the only way that we can do that is to set aside our differences as competitors in individual agencies and think about our collective challenges and come together to solve them.